What's up, everyone? Back for another beer mail, and today I'll be unboxing a beer mail courtesy once again of a very good friend of mine and a viewer of the channel, Cameron. So huge thanks to Cameron for this surprise box of goodies that is off camera right now because the box is too big to fit on the table. So this was a true surprise beer mail, as in I had no idea Cameron was sending me any kind of beer at any point in the near future. And it showed up on my front doorstep, and I was like, what the heck is this? I'm not expecting any beer, and sure enough, I looked, it was from Cameron. It was a big box, very heavy. So I hit Cameron up on IG, and he's like, yeah, I've been thinking about sending another beer mail your way like the past 6 months, but life got in the way. I think we can all relate. And he said, I got together some beers and I figured I'd fire off a beer mail. So I have no idea what's in the box outside of the fact that I already opened it to make sure everything survived. It all looks good. There are 9 beers, or what I think is 9 beers, because there's individual compartments and there's 9 of them. He also said that he sent me a note. I did not see the note at all when I was looking at, making sure the beers were okay. So I did not see the note. Hopefully I'll find it as I go through it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all the beers, put them on the table, start opening them up. And then at the end, we'll read the note. So yeah, like I said, there's 9 compartments and they're all beautifully packed. They all have not only bubble wrap inside. They're in each beer is in individual bags, and then also there's another piece of paper like this in each compartment. So Cameron knows what he's doing when he's sending out beer mails. You don't have to worry at all. Now I'm worried that I'm not going to be able to find the note. If it's in here, I'll have to look for it because I'm not seeing anything off the top. Here, I just see a bunch of beers that all sound probably pretty fantastic because it's Cameron. Now, Cameron resides in Wisconsin, which means that probably a lot of Midwest goodness here. So, all right, I do not see the note. Let's see. Oh, this might be it. Joe. All right, so it's more of an envelope as opposed to just a straight-on note. So I'm going to put this just off camera, and I guess we'll start getting into it. I'll get into whatever here. It doesn't really matter what I get to first. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to wrap them all and just put them on the table so I can start looking through them as I look through the notes. So yeah, that's a can. We have another can here. What I love about it, too, awesome idea by Cameron to not, make me have to fight through all these. He just did a very nice wrapping job, but didn't tape it up or anything. He has such, good padding in there anyway. It really didn't matter, I don't think. What's going to matter is how I clean this up afterwards. I'm just going to start throwing these off camera and pick it up afterwards. Ooh, that's a bottle. This is another can. I think there's 2 or 3 bottles in here, so maybe some special big barrel-aged beers. I have no idea. But I'm looking forward to all of this. And this came at the perfect time because I do have some beers left over from my halftime beverage order that I did a couple months back, but a lot of them, the vast majority of them are like big beers that I usually review like once a week at most. So, one of those things where it's like, yeah, I still got some beers left over from beer mails, but a lot of them are like, I gotta strap in for the night and make sure I want to review, a 12, 13, 14% barrel-aged beer of some sort. I'm not even trying to look at these, so like when I can look at his note, I can go over it. That's kind of what I'm trying to do here. That one looks waxed, so that's probably a pretty special beer, one would assume. This one looks, honestly, that label looks like a homebrew label. I don't think it is a homebrew, but it just looks like a homebrew label. I'm trying to think of I don't know who that'd be from. I see Brewing Company, but I don't. Ooh, I see that New Glarus. All right, let's open up the envelope here. I'm sure this was all thrilling. I don't know why I just threw this all to the side, like whatever. Right now, it doesn't matter as much. Once I get into this note and look, we'll see what he said here. Let's see. Oh, it's 2 pages. Hey, Joe, here's another box of beers containing brews from the Midwest region besides 1 can. This box has a little more variety of styles compared to the last box. There are some returning breweries in here and some new ones as well. Like the previous beer mail, all the information on the beers will be below this. Also, don't worry, this box is Joe safe and there is no risk of cutting yourself. See, that's how he ended up boxing it, no tapes. He didn't want me to cut myself. Listen, for me, being on like warfare and blood thinners, yeah, it would be a bad idea to have that happen. So the first beer he has here is called Strata Culture. Let's see if I can find who that's from. Right here, Strataculture. So this is from Adventurous Brewing, which I did review. It's a double dry hopped IPA, all Strata hops, 6.5%. They're out of Bettendorf, Iowa. I do remember that. Oh, he has the can 416. So this is just over a month old as we speak. Cool label, in my opinion. Strataculture. It's pretty sick. I like Adventurous. I forget the beer I had from them, but it was really nice. So that's number one. Next is a beer called Tailwager Amber. Oh, it's a bottle. Which one is this? I guess is this one? No, this is New Glarus. So Amber Ale, employee owned. It is a Tailwager Amber. They have a whole spiel here. It says $8.99. So this was $14 or $16 a 4-pack. This is $8.99 per 6-pack. Bottled in March 2025. New Glarus' first ever Amber Ale. So I love New Glarus, from their Spotted Cow to all their fruited beers, but an Amber Ale. See, that's what I love. Cameron hit me up with a Amber Ale here. How many Amber Ales do I review on the channel? Not many. So that's awesome. And it's New Glarus. It makes me even more excited. So next we have Orion, which is canned in 2024, $8.99 per can. Oh, this is Half Acre. Orion. So this is a bourbon and brandy barrel-aged ale. Comes in at 13.6% alcohol by volume, Half Acre. And like you said, this was canned in 2024. I can't really read the bottom. I'll try to get the exact date, but this one doesn't matter if it's aged or not. That is a fantastic looking can. Pretty awesome. Half Acre barrel-aged beer. Sign me up. Please sign me up. Next, we have millions of them. Peaches, that is. Right? Has to be. Sour ale with peaches, cinnamon, and graham crackers. So I don't know when you're going to see this unboxing, but recently, within like the past, I think it was like 3 or 4 days, I should have posted a local brewery did a peach cobbler sour. So this is awesome. Dimensional Brewing, which he sent before. They're out of Iowa as well. Does he have a $22 4-pack canned winter 2024-2025? Millions of peaches for all of us, and I'm not going to sing anymore to get copyright stricken at any point. We don't need that. All right, next we have the second page here. Coconut Nebulous Void. This is has to be from 608, right? Yeah, so this is $25 per bottle, bottled April 2025. 608's annual stout release and most popular release that they offer, Coconut All Day Long Suns. I love that he did that. So, yeah, this is a 13.8% blend of bourbon barrels aged for 20 months and then finished on a gratuitous amount of toasted coconut, April 2025. Fuck, that sounds wild. And right in my wheelhouse, Butte. It's a Butte. It's a Butte Clark. She's a Butte. That is awesome. That, so far, to me, is the most excited I've been for a beer in a long time. Anyway, next is R&D, $15 per bottle, bottled 12/13/23, purchased in November of 2024 at, that's New Glarus. Vintage 2024, brewed 4/13/2022, bottled 12/13/2023. An American sour, I can barely read that. I'm going to look into it. So this is like a sour / wild ale? I guess so. I said it looked like, it honestly, tell me if this doesn't look something like you would get from like a homebrew, right? Just has like all the information, all the specs. Like, that is fantastic. I will look into this more as I drink it, but a New Glarus sour / wild ale, yes, sirs. Yes, sirs. Next, we have the Bourbon Trail 2024, $13 per 2-pack. He also says this is the Weller variant, canned in November 2024. Probably my favorite out of the 7 in the Bourbon Trail lineup. Would be curious if your review of this is similar to my comments on Untappd. So this is from Lion's Tail Brewing out of Wisconsin, 12.8%, $6.75 a can, says that right on there. I'm just trying to see. So Lion's Tail is an award-winning brewery and tap room in downtown Nina. I guess I'll have to look up the pronunciation. And there's another Wisconsin, Wauwatosa. There's some wild names in Wisconsin. So keep refrigerated. So yeah, this sounds awesome. Never heard of Lion's Tail, but I think I have actually from Cameron's Untappd Check-ins. But like myself, I've never had anything. Don't know anybody who's ever had anything locally. So that sounds like a lot of fun. Next, we have one I saw the corner of my eye as I was unboxing. This is awesome because People go nuts about this beer, but this is PB&J mixtape. So $6.49 per can, canned on February 18th of 2025 from the first drop Zool sent to Wisconsin. I tried this last summer and found it to be close to Dimensional Sack Lunch. That was the one I had, Dimensional Sack Lunch. I remember that beer was awesome. There's been a lot of peanut butter and jelly sour beers. That was one of the top ones I had. So this is from Zool. This is their PB&J mixtape. Is this, I know they do a bunch of different variants. Did he say which one this was? This looks to be maybe either strawberry or raspberry jam, because they do a bunch of different ones. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, this is awesome. And again, canned on 2/18. It's cheat day, chef. So yeah, PB&J mixtape. I know Jonah over at 62 Beer Reviews, he loves this lineup. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That sounds awesome. And then last but not least, we have a Weed Eater. $18 per 4-pack can, 4/8/2025, has terpenes added to it. I don't know all the hops in this, but one source said Zappa hops were in this. This brewery is across the river from Adventurous Brewing. So Weed Eater IPA with terpenes. Been watching a lot of Joe over at Joe's Arcade. He gets a bunch of different West Coast IPAs that have terpenes and basically smells and tastes like weed. And this sounds right in the wheelhouse. So double dry hopped IPA, 6.9%. Like you said, 4/18. So about a month old. I'm gonna try to get to these as fresh as I can. My stupid face out of the way. So, what do we have here? Well, I'm going to reorder these. You guys are not going to care, but I'm going to put this in the middle because this, to me, is the best of the bunch. And I say that as in, I think it's just a fantastic beer. Sounding beer, anyway. Coconut is my jam, as a lot of you know. So, yeah, I can't thank you enough for all of these beers, Cameron. This is one of the coolest things that I have received recently in terms of just, like, surprises. Like, there's not a lot of things that surprise me in craft beer, but beer mail is always one of them when somebody's kind enough to just be like, hey, man, I want to send you some beer. And then something like this shows up. Awesome selection, too. We got an amber ale. We got a couple sours, a couple IPAs, a couple barrel-aged beers. It's just a very fruitful beer mail. So once again, huge thanks to Cameron. If any of you out there have had any of these beers or you know of any of these beers, please post in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about them, or let me know which ones you think I'll be looking forward to the most. Obviously, these two sour ales over here sound great. It's New Glarus. I love New Glarus. These are outside my comfort zone for New Glarus. Like I said, the Spotted Cow and then the fruit beers, but you got like a wild farmhouse sour ale, and then you have an amber ale from them. That's cool. Obviously, 3 barrel-aged beers that sound absolutely wild, and then a couple IPAs that I'll try to get to as soon as possible. So be on the lookout for reviews of these over the next couple months. And yeah, I'm going to shut this one down. So huge thanks to Cameron once again. Thanks to everybody stopping by for another beer mail unboxing. Until the next one, cheers.